fathers, hear me. Stand next to your son. Now, this is my son, my eldest. I have several others. But let me use him as a case study. If we both stand in front of a mirror, there are only two things. When I look at him through the mirror, or rather, we look at each other. Don't worry, it's how we say hello. When I look at him, I see what I was, and I can't change it. When he looks at me, he sees what he'll become, and he can change it. So, your past, you can stop your past from being your children's future. You can stop it. Let's say you are a prostitute. This child is yet to grow to that level of deciding to be that. You can stop that reality in this child. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the power a parent has. A parent has the ability to change future of his child. So one of the things I did when we finally had this child, I remember this child stayed for days without a name. You know the way they put tags on for the name. Then, because my wife was still growing into knowing me very well as a man of God. So we were just a year or so in marriage. So we didn't know each other very well. So she brought this notion of, give me the name. And me, I knew that the future of this child, I don't want it to be connected to my biological father. I don't want, when I see him, I see my father. Yet, most of you, that's the mistake you make. You bring back fathers that were witches and wizards. Then you begin to call your children names of parents that were demonic. Then you now wonder how the child started drinking. The child doesn't want to drink, but you have invoked the spirit of a drunkard. Then you wonder how that child is beginning to. So even me, because I went and I asked my family, what's the meaning of my name? Who named me? What's the meaning? Who is the one that gave me my name? John. Unataka kujua ufanye nini na hiyo majina? Unless it's M-Pesa. Unless you want to send me money, why do you need to know my names? John CW. I asked, what's the meaning of this name? No one could tell me. So I went to him and I told my wife, my son will not even inherit my name. I'll start a cycle with him so that when he grows and he finally has the things I fought that come on credits of name. He says, from today, Peter, your name shall be called Petros, rock. He changed his name. He comes to Abraham, he's called Abram. He changes his name to Abraham. He changes this identity. So I told him, your name shall be Zion, meaning a city. Zilophah set on a hill that cannot be moved. Then I named him Zion Zilophah. So when the time came to say, what about your parents' name? He says, say your father is in heaven. You have a father in heaven. So that we can change the cycle and the order of systems. But when we speak some things, either you are busy on your phones, you don't want to hear, either you are too proud, either you think you know, then you end up having problems with family children. Then the same cycle goes to your children. So I decided to cut the cord. And by the way, need I say this as I go? It brought me a lot of problems in my family. I remember my parents could not understand how I did not call my children their name. I said, you had a life to live. You don't see Abraham giving the name Abraham to Isaac. It is the God of Abraham. When you are done with your expressing God, die. Second time, the God of Isaac. When you are done living the life you have chosen, die. The second one is Jacob. When you are done, die. Don't repeat things that you have no knowledge of. And so the children end up fighting wars that are unnecessary, fighting spirits that are unnecessary, just because they are provoking things in the spirit realm. So this son, he sees who he will become. So I am the perfect mirror to this child. Parents, hear me. Stop leaving your job to teachers. You are the perfect mirror to this child. This child is seeing what you are doing. He's seeing how you are beating the mother. This child is seeing how you are abusing people. This child is seeing how you are drinking. This child is seeing how, and by then you might not know. The child is wondering, Dad, how comes you don't have money for my shoe, but I notice you come home drunk? But you will never know that that child is thinking. Before you know, you are repeating yourself in your son. Two things. When he sees me, he sees who he can become. When I see him, I see who I was. Who is more powerful in terms of changing things? He has a lesser past to deal with. You, when you look at your life, you have regrets. You can decide to change those regrets for this child. And that's why I told her I will stay. Because I came from a divorced family. I will stay. You don't stay in marriage because you are happy. And need I say, parents, before you assume that women, you like complaining, I'm created to be happy, I'm not happy in my marriage. There is no plan for you to be happy in marriage. Go read Malachi, then you will understand the reason for marriage. You know, today people just marry, people just do things the way they want. People don't even know what is the purpose of marriage. And it is captured in the book of Malachi. That the reason for marriage is that God will have a godly offspring. The reason for marriage is godly offspring. It has nothing to do with your happiness. So you don't stay because of how you feel. You stay for the sake of that offspring. So one day you will wake up, you feel, I don't feel I'm in love. Stay there until you're in love again. Stay until the feeling comes back. That's how you keep changing women, because that thing comes and goes. You stay because it's a commitment you took, not a feeling you felt. And I'm afraid the way we are going, if me I'm asked, because I don't know you parents, I wish there would be no closing day. Because all that the teachers have done, you can decide to make it nothing by introducing bongo flavor. You are listening to bongo music. All the work we have done here can... Now, I'm waiting to see the children that we will receive in May. It tells you the type of parents. These children now can pray. These children can, some of them can fast, like my son. I want to see in May, when we open, at 9, they start complaining food. It means you did not continue with the curriculum of godliness. Brothers and sisters, this is the greatest thing a parent has. If you love your life, repeat the cycle. But if you know there are attributes of you, stop it from that cycle. You have the power to change this child life. So I don't expect Zion to lack, because I have not allowed my family to lack. Nilichimba mawe, nikalisha umbwa, I sold credit cards, I sold darling hair for women, just so that there will be no reason for my children to claim that they can fail. Because failing is not an option in his parents. You can decide your life. Just know, whatever you accept, you pass it as an inheritance. The question I want to ask you, what do you want your children to inherit? Because there is an opportunity for Zion. So I expect his marriage to work one day. Will you get married? I expect his marriage to work. I expect him to make more money than I have, because I begin to teach him. Anything I do, I take him on ground. If it's property, I take him and I tell him, Zion, this is how to buy a property. This is how to build a house. I give him money, then watch. If he buys things, I'm like, you are poor. If he saves, I'm like, you're wise. Who taught you money? You wonder why you don't have. You wonder why I don't have. Who taught you money? How can you have what you don't know? My people perish for lack of knowledge. Financial knowledge. Who taught you? When did your parent take you and tell you, this is how you make money? When? So how will we stop being poor? Because we don't receive financial education. So I beg you, once more. Me, I've decided to take it serious with my children. You have an argument with your wife, don't allow your children to see. Argue with patience. Argue na macho tu. Nyi tu wawili ndio mnajua. You are the only two people that are communicating. Where? But you can't be doing that in front of the children. The child are not, the heads of the children are just like this. Ng'ombe wewe, punda hii. Oh mama, parents are fighting and the children are watching. So the child goes to school. Anatafuta mtu wa kuita ng'ombe. So if the boy sees a girl, he sees a horse. Because ameipata home, the father doesn't respect the mother. Father speaks to the mother the way they want because he's the head of the house. So the child will also begin to look at a woman and say, wewe hakuna kitu unaweza niambia. Wewe ni bure. Wewe ni farasi. Wewe, you are a cow in the making. So the child just sees milk, milk, milk. Ng'ombe. So when the mother tells the son anything, the son can't do because the father has trained the child that you only listen to me. If mom can say something in the house and the son won't do, and the father says and the son does, that is a very unhealthy family. Because honor your father and mother, not honor your father, and mother. Mother is in it, and mother. Brothers and sisters, we have an opportunity to create a future. That's what parenting is about. You have an opportunity. The question I want to ask you today, will you? Your children are your responsibility. Do something about it. But remember, they are angels. Stand continually before